Hello, I'm Janine Kakmar with PHTV Channel 4 Palos Heights, and we're back with our show, Healthcare Experts in Your Corner. And on the show, for those of you who've not seen us before, there are so many healthcare resources out in the community, and we have an effort here today to bring some of those to your attention so you're aware of some of the great things you have available for you. And today, I'm excited to have Kathleen Daly from the Cancer Support Center. Kathleen, thanks for coming by today.
Thanks for having me.
Kathleen, you're the clinical program director at the Cancer Support Center?
Yes.
Why don't you, can you start by telling us a little bit, what is the Cancer Support Center? Just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the Cancer Support Center is a nonprofit located in the south suburbs. We've been around for 26 years now.
Oh, okay.
And what we do is we provide support services to anyone impacted by cancer at no cost to them.
Wow.
So everything that we offer is entirely free of charge to the participant that comes in, any of their loved ones, and anyone who's bereaved from cancer as well.
Wow. So the patients and their families are support system?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. What types of things do you guys offer?
So we offer 5 different program areas that we found through our research to be most helpful when dealing with cancer in the family, a diagnosis, or for a bereaved individual. And it's counseling and stress management. So under there we have things like guided imagery, individual counseling, family counseling, children's programs.
So this is for all ages?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we see all ages, and then we also offer education and networking groups, and those include specific networking groups for various types of cancer, and then in those groups they get support not only from others with a similar diagnosis, but then from medical professionals as well.
Oh, okay.
And then we also offer a wide range of educational lectures by doctors and medical professionals in the community.
Okay.
We also offer exercise and physical wellness, so things like massage and yoga and different exercise classes.
And diet as well, does that go in?
Right, so we also have a nutrition educator, Chris, and so she does a lot of programming throughout the year that's helpful for changing your diet, just finding new things to implement when you're dealing with side effects. She'll do individual consults, both in person and over the phone, so it's great for anyone who is having a hard time getting out of the house. Smoothie demos, cooking demonstrations, and then body image as well. So we have wig boutiques at both of our main locations in Homewood and Mokina.
Okay.
And there, anyone who is dealing with hair loss as a result of cancer can come meet with one of our program navigators. They have an individual time with them in our wig boutiques. They can bring family members and friends, and it winds up being a really restorative, laugh-filled hour, you know, and at a time that's really been shared as the most difficult for women dealing with cancer. That's one of their most traumatic side effects.
Is that right? Now, so how do they, where do they go to take advantage of those resources there? Yeah,
so you can always come into any of our center locations during our business hours, or you can access us on our website or Facebook. Our website is www.cancersupportcenter.org, and then you can call either location. We also have several hospital partnerships that allow us to be available in even more areas. So U Chicago Medicine, Orland Park, U Chicago Medicine, New Lenox. Oh,
so they can go there and take advantage of some of your classes? Or
right, so typically we offer different classes at our hospital partners, but we generally have yoga available, support groups, clinical time for the patients attending that hospital, though you do not have to be attending the hospital to come to like the yoga or the art therapy or programs like that. And all of these programs can be found on the website.
Wow, art therapy, huh? That sounds interesting.
Yeah, so in addition to being the program director, I'm also a licensed counselor and art therapist, so I run some of those myself, and then we have a second art therapist on staff as well.
Now, you mentioned this before. This is for men, women, children of all ages?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, our kids programming tends to be for ages 6 to 12, but we can always see kids younger than that in individual or family counseling, and then we also offer programming for teens as well.
You know, it's so much of we talked about this with other people on the show, that when someone is ill or going through illnesses, that a lot of this drain is on for the caretakers.
Right.
You know, there's so much that they need to know or want to know, and that they're taking care of not only them. They have to take care of someone else, but they're also taking care of them.
Right.
Someone else and themselves. So it seems so important to have a care system for them.
Absolutely. We talk a lot with our caregivers about what you usually hear on an airplane about putting your gas mask on first. Oxygen mask, not gas mask.
That's okay. I don't want to be on that airplane, right?
Right. Your oxygen mask on first before you help anyone else. Because if you're not helping yourself and doing your own self-care and making sure that you're taking the best care of yourself that you can, then you're not there 100% to take care of that other person.
Yeah, that's so nice. It's just, I think it's wonderful that there is something out there for them, especially something that is free. I mean, it's incredible. How do you guys do that? I mean, do you have you have fundraisers that we'll talk about sometime later? Yeah,
we have 4 major fundraising events. It's we have 2 walks, one in the spring and fall. The spring walk is out in the Frankfurt area, and then the fall walk is at our Homewood location. We kick off right at the center there. And then we also have an annual gala in April and a golf outing in August. Okay.
So we're filming here in Palos Heights, and you mentioned that you have offices in Homewood and Frankfurt. Are there locations here close to Palos that they could go to?
So the U Chicago Medicine Center in Orland would be the closest to the Palos community.
Is that 143rd in LaGrange?
Yep, right there. Okay. And so right now there we offer yoga every Monday at 5:30, and then we also offer a support group, educational group for anyone dealing with cancer on Thursday mornings.
Okay. Now, is that a yoga that is specific to cancer people, or is it just yoga in general?
Right. All of our yoga is gentle yoga, so it's accessible to anyone in treatment, though it's also accessible for our caregivers as well. All fitness levels are welcome. Our instructors are very well versed in working with anyone at various fitness levels and offering different suggestions to change poses to where you're most comfortable.
I see. Now, in your classes that you offer, or your educational services, what are some of those cover?
Yeah, so some of the educational services tend to deal with side effects and side effect management, things like lymphedema, upcoming new innovative treatments. We recently had a presentation on chemo brain, which is now termed cognitive dysfunction, and so we had someone come talk about that. What is it?
Yeah, what is
How
that?
do you know if you have...
I don't know what that is.
So colloquially, chemo brain is what a lot of our patients will use to call the brain fog that can come with cancer treatment. And for a long time, the medical communities wasn't sure, number one, is this caused by chemo, or what's really going on here? And what they've been finding is that because dealing with cancer, even hearing the words, you have cancer, is such a traumatic experience, that trauma memory can really impact your memory moving forward until you're able to work through that.
Okay.
So it's really multifaceted, and it's definitely something that our patients and participants are always curious about.
You know, it sounds like you've really thought out all different aspects of treatment, whether it's, for the mind or the body, the nourishing, and, the yoga and that kind of thing. So it just seems like a great resource.
Yeah, we're really trying to provide that holistic support. What makes us so different than sometimes going to see your doctor is that our centers are so homey. They're not medical based at all. We're freestanding wellness centers. And so when you walk into our doors, you're not walking into another office or
a hospital or
unless you're visiting us at one of our hospital partners. You're really coming into a very homey environment. It's, candles, what can I get you to drink, and relaxing.
The support part of the title.
Support from the minute that you walk in the door. And I know it can be anxiety provoking for anyone to think about walking through those doors. We have had participants share, I've sat in your parking lot 2-3 times before I was able to come in, because it can be really overwhelming to ask for support. And it's not a scary place. There's a lot of laughter there. There are some tears, but that's life, and we're really there for all of it.
Wow. Well, that's such a reassuring thing to hear about, and I really thank you for being here today to share that with us. So
absolutely.
Thank you, Kathleen, for being here. And thank all of you for joining us today. See you next time.